Alright, miners, it's time to buckle up, sit down, and shut up, because I'm going to teach you all a little something about the greatest mining company in the entire galaxy, Deep Rock Galactic. This ain't your mommy's mining company, oh no. They're a rough and tumble operation. Their workers comprised of the most sweatiest, dirtiest, meanest sons of bitches, dwarves, who are sent to the planet of Hoxie's 4 to earn their keep by completing various hazardous jobs. To dig some more, and kill those glyphid bastards who stand in the way of finishing their work. All in the name of what they love. Beer, gold, and... oh, right. Management doesn't really approve of any of those things. All in the name of Deep Rock Galactic, so they may work good for their job. And make the company proud and...
Alright, let's be real. Killing shit is awesome. There really is nothing better than rolling up on an unsuspecting glyphid and hitting him with a... oh, it's so good. As somebody who's completely normal about this game, Deep Rock Galactic is one of the better co-op shooters that I've played, and I've played things like Left 4 Dead and Borderlands, and this game really stands out above them. People really love this game, and so do I. It's just good. It's just good. I reached out to the DRG community on Reddit to ask why people liked this game, and I got a few responses. I'm not a very competitive person, or depending on who you ask, maybe I'm a bit too competitive for my own good. So I generally prefer PvE games over PvP, and Deep Rock really is one of the best that I've played. Deep Rock really hits it out of the park for a multitude of reasons, and I hope to cover all of those today and talk about why this game is so beloved. And hey, maybe if I convince you to give it a shot, it goes on sale fairly often, so definitely pick it up if this video interests you at all. That would be awesome.
Alright boys, let's rock and stone.
To recap, Deep Rock is a co-op mob shooter where you mow down armies of bugs to complete various different objectives. As of Season 5, there are a number of 9 different mission types that you're able to choose from, each with their own sub-objectives, biomes, and even their own cave generation. Deep Rock is a pretty grindy game overall, especially during the end game, quote unquote, but Deep Rock likes to keep things fresh. For mission types, you got your regular mining operations, you got collecting Morkite or alien eggs, you've also got the escort missions, and the newly added deep scan missions where you triangulate the source of a Morkite geode and write the patented Drillivator down into the planet's core to collect your bounty while fighting off swarms of bugs. All these different missions with their different modifiers that affect the game's difficulty lead to a fun and engaging gameplay loop where no 2 rounds feel quite the same. Through completing objectives, you collect various different crafting materials as well as credits that you can use to put towards upgrading your dwarf, whether it's their arsenal or their closet. You even unlock the ability later on to hunt and craft various different weapon overclocks, which take the base weapons as you know them and give them new quirks, ranging from greater ammo carrying capacity to transforming the engineer's grenade launcher into a fucking nuke! Whether you're 50 hours or 100 hours into the game, there's always something to do. I've heard it said many a time that people are turned off by this game specifically because of how grindy it is, but I kind of take solace in that. I like the idea that I can come back to this game every week and have it be the same fun core experience that I expect. There are the weekly challenges, but you've also got the deep dives that you unlock later on, and they have a robust seasonal system with different battle passes, the ability to unlock cosmetics, weapon skins, and they even went so far as to let you pick from any of the previous seasonal passes to play the content from them as well. And you want to know what the best part is? It's absolutely free. You get the base game for a base price and you're able to play the rest of the game no matter what. You still have to go through the process of playing the game to unlock all those cosmetics, but you can eventually get them all. You don't have any fear of missing out on anything aside from the occasional anniversary stuff. The core gameplay is really balanced too. Like rarely if ever is there anything in the game that breaks it over its knee. Every class brings something special to the table and you can play well enough on your own, but this game really shines in a team play perspective. You have the scout who zips around and is usually tasked with getting the objectives. You have the driller who just loves eating dirt. He just loves eating dirt. He's all about clearing the path for the team, clearing up lines of sight. You have the engineer who can use his platform gun to reach higher points on the map and also lock down areas with his sentry gun. And then you have the gunner who mows the fuck out of everything and also can use his shield to protect people during key moments. Each class is incredibly fun to play with their own arsenals of primary weapons, secondaries, traversal tools, grenades, and the high action, fast-paced, frantic gameplay keeps you on your toes. Coordination and teamwork is key on higher difficulties, and when you know your role, play together as a team and somehow make it out to the other side, that feeling you get is just so good. You're gonna have some sweaty fucking moments in this game, but you're gonna love it once you get the hang of it. Like, when you get a good team to roll with, there's nothing else quite like it. I had no idea how to transition to this part of the video in a natural way, so let me put it to you like this. Would you think a game like this, as sweaty and try-hard as it is, that the player base would be all rough and tumble like those bastard dwarves I told you about in the beginning of the video? That min-maxing is the end-all, be-all, and if you aren't playing the meta builds, you may as well go fuck yourself, because you're a leaf-loving casual greenbeard who doesn't know their shit? Well, honestly, it's quite the opposite. I played Deep Rock for roughly 800 hours at the time of making this video, and I would not have played this game nearly enough if the community wasn't so welcoming. You can compare it to TF2 in a lot of ways. Both games are about muscly men fighting to complete objectives, with their various weapons and their homoeroticism. But both games are also really fucking goofy. In TF2, you've got your spy crabs and your conga lines. In Deep Rock, you got your we're rich and mushrooms. There's almost like this cult-like fanaticism. All right, we get it. Fucking stop! There's almost like this cult-like fanaticism that exists in the game. Kind of hard to explain. There's a really good video on it you can watch here. And I'd say that's even more so the case in Deep Rock than Team Fortress 2. Now, I'm not about to tell you that there's any game with no toxicity in it, but Deep Rock does a lot to alleviate that. When the head game director at Ghost Ship Games, Mikhail Martin Peterson, was approached for an interview by Medium.com, he said that his first objective when creating the game was to foster camaraderie between players and making them all feel relevant. I had bad experiences in co-op games being the useless player on the squad and felt a bit lost, and I really wanted to avoid the feeling of playing alone together. Creating a common goal that is clear for everyone is very important, and it's not always as clear in other games. Mission control is always telling players what the next objective is or whether a wave of enemies is coming or slowing down. In Deep Rock Galactic, you share both the goal and the loot and the rewards between players. There is no division. Mikhail did an excellent job taking this design philosophy to heart with all the different interactive tools that exist in the game. Even if you don't have voice communication, there are a lot of ways that you can communicate with other players with using the ping tool and also the in-game text chat. But it's less about the tools and more about the design philosophy. Everybody's working towards the same goal. You all share ammo, you've all got the same minecart, you gotta work together whether you like it or not. Even TF2, with as crazy and kooky as it is, most people are fighting for a high KD ratio and all that. In Deep Rock, you don't have a KD, you don't have a kill feed, you don't have none of that shit. In Deep Rock, you're all working together towards one commonality, your job. You're working to finish your job. That's what you're there for. You're a dwarf. You don't care how you do it, as long as you get your job done and do it well. Except you're also kind of like a dwarf in that you're a silly, goofy little guy, and sometimes you just want to throw some shit around or pal around with your friends and have a good time. And you know what? That's totally fine too. You see, overall, Deep Rock is just kind of like a dwarf. Rough and tumble on the exterior, but on the inside they got a heart of gold, just like the community in this game. There are an absurd amount of resources for this game to the point that you may think that it's been run by elves, but a lot of people in this community genuinely do care about being good to other people and to teach others to have as much fun as they do when playing the game that they've grown to love. And that enough should make you want to pick up this game, even at a discount. It is so rare, at least for me, to find an online multiplayer game that doesn't make me want to my out in Minecraft, that I honestly can't encourage you to pick up the game enough. It's no wonder why people love it. There's a lot of love for the game, and that ends up circulating its way back into the game in a weird way, but in a beautiful way. Kind of like a dwarf. Hey guys, it's Umi again. I've been working on putting out these videos one by one, and I've just kind of been shitting them out as I come up with them. So, hopefully you enjoyed this one as much as the last one. Maybe this is the first one you've seen. Hopefully you enjoyed it regardless. Thank you for everybody on the community page for the DRG Reddit who contributed to this video. Thank you very much. I do stream on Twitch. I do stream on Twitch if you want to watch that. Definitely go check that out. And yeah, if you have any video suggestions, by the way, I'm definitely looking for some. Go ahead and leave those in the comment section below. Let me know. Have a good rest of your night, and I love you.